So did Nvidia just put the nail in the coffin for AMD's artificial intelligence ambitions? Well, the Motley Fool thinks so. They threw this article up on the internet on the 22nd of March, trying to convey these points that Nvidia has just sunken AMD's ambition to try to be the artificial intelligence leader. We'll see. Now, when you look at the chart though for AMD, they may have a point. I mean, look at AMD's price, look at the trend it's on, and then look at Nvidia. Something's not right. The market is already letting us know something ain't right. So maybe this article may be in line with what the overall market thinks. Let's see. Okay. So Nvidia made a big splash at the company's annual GPU technology conference, GTC, called the Woodstock of Artificial Intelligence. During that conference, Jensen Huang's keynote address on Monday, he introduced the long-awaited Blackwell architecture. He called the new flagship processor the GB200 Grace Blackwell Superchip the world's most powerful chip for artificial intelligence. And if that's the case, yes, AMD has some problems, man. Can AMD compete with that? AMD probably like mouth just dropped once Nvidia came out with this new processor for the artificial intelligence space. It's kind of like if the research and development department in AMD hasn't been trying to create another chip for artificial intelligence, then this just blew them out years behind Nvidia. So AMD needs to hurry up. They're probably working overtime in that research department to try to create some type of processor that can compete with the GB200. Beyond the industry-leading technical specifications, a revelation on Tuesday is being viewed as a blow to rival advanced micro devices. They may not be that advanced anymore. They might need to change their business name because it looked like Nvidia is trying to be advanced and could significantly hamper the company's AI aspirations. Here's the chip right there. That is the GB200. Look at all of that. Transistors, processors, connectors. This is what is blowing AMD out the water. The world's most powerful chip for artificial intelligence. There were great expectations regarding Nvidia's Blackwell architecture, and the company did not disappoint. The Blackwell Graphics Processing Unit GPU boasts 208 billion transistors. 208 billion, up from 80 billion for its predecessor. The GB200 combines a Grace Hopper central processing unit with two B200 Tensor Core GPUs and a lightning fast chip-to-chip link to form a single unified GPU. So not only can you only have one GB200, you can combine it and link them together to make it act as a single GPU. You can add multiple chips to make it single, unified together by a chip-to-chip link. Nvidia also introduced the GB200 NVL72, which is a multi-node liquid-cooled rack scale system. This is what they need for large language models. This massive intensive data search and processing that artificial intelligence needs, they need something like that. A rack scale system to where they can combine multiple chips, processing units, GPUs with 208 billion transistors on a rack, unified as one to run these large language models. This is what many of these artificial intelligence companies are looking for. Where's AMD? This rack scale system combines 36 of these GB200 Superchips, which includes 72 Blackwell GPUs and 36 Grace CPUs interconnected by 5th generation NVLink. That is powerful processing compute right there. The company notes that its rack scale system provides up to 30 times the performance while reducing energy consumption by 25 times. That kind of makes sense as to why AMD is going down in price and Nvidia is not. That says a lot right there. Is Nvidia going for the throat? In an interview on CNBC, Jensen Huang revealed that Blackwell GPUs expected to ship later this year would be priced between $30,000 and $40,000. Yeah, you're not getting your hand on one of these. This is for top-notch AI firms who's really trying to get into space and make some moves. You're not going to see this in your own computer at home. Suggesting the next generation processor will be priced similarly or at the modest premium to its current processor, the H100. Nvidia's aggressive pricing strategy was a surprise to analysts who covered the stock. Morgan Stanley analyst Joseph Moore noted that Nvidia is pricing its new Blackwell chips at more competitive price points than our earlier assumptions, which will likely dent the enthusiasm for alternatives to Nvidia, both merchant and custom silicon. Yeah, what he's trying to say is that they was expecting Nvidia to come out with these chips, but it's going to be so expensive that even people would not want to buy it because it costs too much. But since they priced it low enough to where it's competitive with the other chips that's available, the customer base will actually look now towards investing or buying these GB200s rather than going to the other chips. Is it worth the investment? Because they was presuming that it was going to cost too much, that would price many people out the market, but that surprised them. Mizuho Securities analyst Jordan Klein notes the more modest pricing for Nvidia's Blackwell GPUs was perceived as positive for the stock. It opens the door for more customers to buy versus only the highly concentrated massive capex spenders and cloud hyperscalers in wealthy sovereign nations. The pricing will give new and existing customers another reason to choose Nvidia over AMD as the price differential is shrinking. Ouch. To be clear, AMD has established itself as a worthy, though somewhat distant competitor. Nvidia's newest processor will certainly up the ante, as will its aggressive pricing policy. There's a possibility that Nvidia could increase its already dominant market share in the AI space or keep its rivals at bay for a while longer. Ouch. AMD. It doesn't look good for you right now. A lot of these analysts are trying to throw shade on AMD. They're like, AMD can't compete with Nvidia's new processor. So AMD, it's on you. Now you need to come out with a conference, with an event, with a news press, something to show how you are also closely behind Nvidia and their inventions and their products that they are newly launching. Where are you at, AMD? Because the market is kind of perceiving that right now. That's the reason price in AMD is going down. Maybe they don't have nothing coming up, a new product to be released that can contend with the new GB200. Like, don't forget that these insiders, the people who work for AMD, they probably were just like, I can't believe it. Nvidia just came up with a new product for artificial intelligence. And here we are with nothing. Let me go out and sell my AMD then, because it's not looking good, because we don't have nothing on the horizon that's going to compete with what Nvidia just released. Is that what this chart is trying to tell us? Because something is not adding up if you're still saying that Nvidia is a strong stock. Now, from our price prediction that we produced in AMD right here on the 12th of March, maybe the 13th, we expected the price to go down. Now, our analysis was looking for price to either hold at this buy zone or this one. And it did hold this second buy zone for 2 days. But now you guys can see we are below these buy zones. 9.25%. Cool, we got that. Let's get rid of it. But the chart doesn't look positive right now. Why would I say that? A couple of reasons. First, price broke this buy zone. Second, price broke this second buy zone. And then third, we are testing this trend that that AMD is on right now. Will the market break that trend line? We could get rid of this buy zone. We could get rid of that buy zone. So now the question is, will the buyers hold this zone right here? Because that's a buy zone. This is probably, I would say, it's the most important buy zone for us to know if Nvidia is going to continue on this trend or not. This is very important. We don't want to see the market break that trend. That buy zone. Because if it does, then this would be the next area that we're going to look for price in Nvidia to come towards. All right. So now let's look at this on the weekly first. Do you think the price is going to hold that trend? What about on the 2 weeks? Look at that. 2 weekly chart. We're getting the indication of weakness there. Look at the last time that we saw this indicator triggered on the 2 weekly time frame. Look. Back in 2021, we got these indicators triggered, and you guys can see what happened to the reaction of the price. It went down. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen this time, because definitely things has changed tremendously from 2021 to 2024, but just give you an indication as to what can be on the horizon for AMD. Here it is on the 3. That's massively weak too. Here it is, another indication of weakness triggered, a fake, meaning that the market could go down. Take a look. 2021, 2022 is when we received these indicators as well. Look what happened to the price. It went down, and this spread on this current 3 weekly bar is massive comparative to the ones that we've seen in December 2021 and January 2022. I'm just saying, we're just looking at the evidence to see which side is more likely price is going to go. It's going to go down, it's going to continue to go up. Given the 3 and the 2 weekly time frame, I had to say, yeah, it does look as if price in Nvidia, in AMD, is going to go down. Here it is on the monthly chart, 4 days, 5 hours, and we're still seeing this massive indication of weakness. Real quick at this on the 5. You don't see any indication that this market is becoming bullish yet. Still looking weak on the 3. Here it is on the 2. And then again on the daily. So yeah, for me, I am going to look for price in AMD to continue to go lower. And we're going to go ahead and create this sell zone here. Matter of fact, let me put that on 330, see how that looks. So we'll bring it up there. So let me bring it down since it's not reflecting on the daily. And we're going to get rid of this trend because I don't think the market AMD is going to hold that trend. If anything, we could see consolidational trading, but overall, I think the trend is still to the downside for this stock. Okay, so first target for me would be right here at this second buy zone, either at the low or the high. At the low, it's going to give us 9.65%. And then my second target will be around like 150, which is 16.75. Now, I want to tell you before I go that if the market holds this first buy zone, then we could see a small pop back up here to this sell zone before the market continues to break down. So this may take a while for this to play out, but we'll see. Give me your thoughts though. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.